Really, really do. And you got to remember, when you get up there in age, I mean, when you go down like that, there's a lot of collateral damage that could potentially come with that. And I think that a lot of times, just imagine seeing yourself going up against somebody older or whatever. We've seen it with people in the streets. We've seen it everywhere. You're suddenly in front of somebody, you're like, this person's old.
Right.
This ain't even right. I'm not going to do this.
Manny Pacquiao could defy it.
46 years old. He fought Ugas like 3-4 years ago. And after the fight looked horrible. He should not have been in the ring. Came out all lumped up. His wife was feeding him soup because he couldn't eat.
StephenASmith has sharply criticized Manny Pacquiao's decision to return to boxing at the age of 46, stating that he should remain retired. He voiced his disappointment, calling the fight not only embarrassing for Pacquiao, but also damaging to the sport of boxing itself. According to Smith, the sport deserves better than these kinds of comeback bouts, and so do the fans. He believes that legends should protect their legacy rather than chasing unnecessary returns.
First, by every word I just said, I truly am embarrassed for the sport of boxing. Because I love boxing. Loved it since I was a kid. But the sport deserves better.
Many boxing fans have responded negatively to the news of Manny Pacquiao returning to face Mario Barrios. The general consensus online is that this matchup lacks competitive value. Most believe this isn't about sport or legacy. It's merely a money grab with no real stakes or championship relevance. Viewers are calling it a disappointment and arguing that fans deserve real, meaningful contests instead of spectacle-driven events.
This whole shit with Pacquiao and Barrios, man. Mauricio just want those little sanctioning fees, man. That's all it is. They just want a little sanctioning fees off that Pacquiao purse. I'm not with it. I don't think it's cool. You know, there's other people that kind of deserve that a little better. I personally wanted Boots and Barrios to clash. You know, he got a fight on the way. You know what I'm saying? But it's just stupid. I don't see the fucking point in that fight at all. I mean, if it happens, it happens. At the end of the day, he was a generational talent. I think it'll be an entertaining fight because Barrios is there to fight, you know, but I'm gonna have to edge the younger guy, you know what I'm saying?
Promoters of the fight claim that Pacquiao simply wants to retire as a WBC champion, as the WBC title was the first he ever won in his career. They portray it as a sentimental, full-circle moment. However, critics dismiss this explanation as a weak justification for a comeback that risks both his health and his legacy.
As of now, Mario Barrios is the WBC champion, so who is he mandated to fight next? Do you have made that decision yet?
Well, at this time, Mario Barrios is going to fight Manny Pacquiao in July. That's a tremendous fight. It was released, PBC. Manny Pacquiao first title was the flyweight WBC, and he wants to retire as WBC champion, so he's fighting in the welterweight division.
Pacquiao is already a Hall of Fame inductee, and fans feel protective of that legacy. His name evokes memories of greatness, and the thought of him fighting again at 46 has left many of his longtime supporters disheartened. The emotional backlash comes from deep respect. People remember his prime and believe that stepping into the ring again, especially against someone like Barrios, only endangers that storied legacy.
Bro, I'm sitting here chilling, right? Chilling with Miss KO, about to go grab some lunch, and my homie L-Dub texts me, and he let me know some crazy shit, bro. Manny Pacquiao is trying to come back to boxing, and he want to fight Mario Barrios for the 147-pound WBC welterweight title of the world. Manny, 8th division champion, bro. Hall of Fame fighter. Great memories of watching you fight. Sit your old ass down somewhere, man, and chill with your wife, bro. Go be senator, bro. Just because you didn't win president, don't mean you can't run again and maybe try to win the next time, dog. We not trying to see you back in the boxing ring at all. Ugas beat your ass in 2021. Barrios beat Ugas' ass in 2023. What the fuck do you think Barrios gonna do to you right now, bro? Sit down, Manny. Shit.
Joe Rogan once praised Manny Pacquiao as one of the most incredible world champions in boxing history. He highlighted Pacquiao's stunning victory over Keith Thurman at age 40, a feat many believed was impossible. That win added to his legend, proving his greatness even in later years, but that was 5 years ago, and fans argue that time has finally caught up to him. He no longer resembles the fighter who once shocked Thurman.
Yeah.
You know, and
seeing him beat Keith Thurman at 40 years old, like, god damn, this guy's great. I mean, just look at his career with 8 different weight classes, world titles in 8 different weight classes. 40 years old, beats Keith Thurman, who's in his prime.
Right.
Crazy. I mean, what a man. I mean, what a world champion. And
well, he sure turned back the hands of time on that one.
It's fucking crazy.
Didn't he?
And he fought in spurts. Both of them fought in spurts. And I thought Keith was going to pick up on it, but Pacquiao was only fighting the end of the round.
Boxing analyst and former opponent Tim Bradley has often said that Pacquiao gave the sport unforgettable moments, from his legendary battles with Juan Manuel Marquez to his victories across 8 weight divisions. According to Bradley, Pacquiao's resume is unmatched. He emphasized that Pacquiao's legacy is already secured in history and that he has nothing left to prove. Every fight now only introduces risk without offering any meaningful reward.
What are your thoughts on Manny Pacquiao getting inducted?
Come on, it's a no-brainer, bro. Manny Pacquiao, no-brainer.
What did he do for the sport of boxing?
Everything. What did he not do? Fought the best guys, traveled up weight classes, definition of pound for pound. You know, he gave us memory after memory after memory. You know, he fought the toughest and stiffest competition,
including yourself.
You know? I mean, come on, bro. Manny Pacquiao, and he fought him when he was like older too. You know what I mean? This dude don't duck no smoke, bro. But that's the old school way of boxing. You don't have guys like that nowadays, man. So Manny Pacquiao definitely gonna be missed. Till today, if Manny was fight, man, boxing would be in a different place right now. If Manny came right now, bro, oh my God, it'd be ridiculous. But we looking for somebody here in America, bro. To be honest with you, somebody here in America to take over the game, bro. Yep. You know what I mean? All right. I'll check you later, bro.
Raleigh Romero recently expressed surprise that Pacquiao wasn't inducted into the Hall of Fame earlier, calling him one of the greatest fighters of all time. He pointed out that Pacquiao remains the only boxer to win titles in 8 different weight classes. Romero's comments highlight the immense respect Pacquiao still commands among current fighters, which makes it even more puzzling why the legend feels the need to return to the ring.
Pacquiao is not inducted in the Hall of Fame.
Not yet. What does he mean to the sport of boxing?
No, wait. Y'all just got me fucked up. Wait. The one
an
8th division champion not inducted to the Hall of Fame. So, well, I mean, obviously now he's about to be, but...
What did he mean to the sport of boxing? What did he mean to you? Is there something memorable about Manny that stands out in your mind when his name's brought up?
No, because you know, when Manny was like knocking out all those people crazy and all that stuff, you know, I wasn't in boxing at the time, you know, so. But like I said, I mean, I do remember him fighting Broner. That was January 19th, 2019. I remember when he fought Keith Thurman. That was on July 20th. July 20th, 2019, we fought Ugas, man.
StephenASmith, known for his fiery opinions, has continued to be outspoken about Pacquiao's return. He believes Pacquiao has done more than enough for the sport and should avoid risking his reputation. Smith warned that continuing to fight beyond his prime could damage how the public remembers him. He's not alone. Many analysts agree that Pacquiao should remain retired and let his greatness remain untouched.
Your thoughts on Manny Pacquiao's retirement?
One of the greatest fighters we've ever seen. Never ran from anybody. Had completely respected the sport of boxing. Was an ultimate champion. And I have to tell you, one of the nicest human beings you'll ever meet on the planet Earth. I mean, when people, I want to just say this real quick because I know we got to go because we got one more thing to discuss, Marcus.
Yeah.
When people talk about Manny Pacquiao and they say stuff like, well, he's fighting for money. I would like y'all to know that there are people who line up in the streets of the Philippines just to come get some money from him. He's very charitable.
Oh, yeah.
That's why money was compromising, because he's a giver. He's a special dude. I'm going to miss him.
After retiring in 2021, Pacquiao shifted his focus to politics and even ran for president in the Philippines, though he lost the election. Since then, he has remained active in charity and public service. His return to boxing feels sudden and out of place, especially considering that most believed he had fully transitioned away from the ring. Fans who admired his post-boxing efforts are now questioning the reason behind this comeback.
2015, remember that one. Pacquiao is now planning to run for president in his native Philippines this upcoming May. But Shannon, how will you remember Manny as a boxer?
Historically great fighter.
Good for you.
The only fighter to win 8 world titles. I mean, he started out boxing, he was 106 pounds, won a title at, I think, 112, and went all the way up to
108 first.
Went all the way up to 154.
It's impossible. It's just...
I don't believe, I feel very comfortable and said, I don't believe we'll ever see that again, Skip.
We'll never see it again.
And it wasn't like he was fighting bums. When you go back and look at Marco Antonio Barrera and Eric Morales and Oscar Larios and De La Hoya and Hatton and Cotto, Margarita Mosley, Timothy Bradley, Mayweather, Skip, I mean, what do you got to say? He was a champion in 4 different decades.
Yep.
Fighter of the year. First ballot Hall of Fame. He's great. He fought everybody.
For decades, Manny Pacquiao was considered the best of his generation, perhaps the best ever. His speed, heart, and warrior mentality won over fans around the globe. Many felt his legacy was perfectly sealed the day he retired.
Thank you to Manny Pacquiao. Unbelievable career that we may never have a career like that again. I want you to take with you, when it comes to Manny Pacquiao, is moments. By taking themselves out of a comfort zone, challenging themselves. And Manny Pacquiao is a dinosaur when it last of a dying breed. We're not going to see too many fighters like this ever again. And Pacquiao is going to be the type of fighter that we tell our kids about. Pacquiao has 20 wins, greater than some of your favorite fighters' best win. Manny Pacquiao has 3 Hall of Fame careers and one, winning legit titles in 8 different weight classes. Pacquiao's legacy will age better and better and better. Times go on and on and on. A fighter like Floyd Mayweather, I think his legacy will diminish a little bit. Salute to Manny Pacquiao, one of the greatest of all time.
The backlash isn't limited to Pacquiao. Mario Barrios is also facing criticism. Detractors argue that he should be fighting opponents closer to his own age, not someone nearly 2 decades older. By agreeing to this match, they claim Barrios is taking an easier path rather than testing himself against true contenders in his division. Some fans even question whether he's showing disrespect by accepting such a mismatched bout.
Mario Barrios and Manny Pacquiao are in talks for the WBC welterweight title fight. They want to do it in Vegas. Pacquiao is 45 and hasn't competed since August 2021 in a decision loss. Mario Barrios is definitely trying to stat pad at this point. In a stacked welterweight division, you can fight Crawford. If you don't want to fight someone who's coming off a W, fight Spence Jr. Go fight Jaron or Stanius, you know? Fight one of the top 4 fighters. You're ranked top 5 and you want to fight Manny Pacquiao. That's stat padding. That shouldn't even count as a win. And I love Manny Pacquiao, but I mean, in his prime, he would definitely beat Mario Barrios, but it's past his prime. Hasn't fought in 3 years. Is 45 years old. It's time to hang it up, bud. I will say, though, if he somehow miracle pulls it off, it'll be the greatest win, I think, in my opinion.
Pac-Man comeback? What's going on? Manny Pacquiao is coming back for another fight against Mario Barrios for the WBC Welterweight Championship, I believe. Is that something, or is just
I don't know.
tabloids?
I don't know. I keep laughing about that fight. I don't know. I don't know if they exist. I don't know where the money would come from.
Who's paying the Pacquiao tax?
I don't know. I don't know anything about this. All I know is that it just seems the guy's almost 50 years old. I mean, come on. Was he 46, 47 years old?
Could he beat Barrios?
No. Can't beat anybody at this point.
When asked whether Pacquiao could win the fight, fellow boxer Jose Ramirez didn't offer a definitive answer.
It's a good fight for Mario Barrios, you know.
Big payday, big fight, but can he win, or is it Pacquiao?
And that version of Ugas that he beat? No, he's 46. He's 46. Who did he lose to? Who did he lose to?
You're starting to sound more and more like
who did Pacquiao lose to?
Teddy Atlas.
Who did he lose to in his last fight? Pacquiao.
Pacquiao lost to Ugas.
How did he look coming out of that fight? Did you see his wife having to fucking feed him soup?
I don't remember that part.
She was feeding him soup.
I don't remember that fight.
He lost. Exactly. He was fucked up.
So that means
how long ago was that? Like 4 years ago?
So if he pulls this off, it means even more.
He should not be in the ring.
I think it was 3-4 years.
That was like 3-4 years.
Boxing trainer Hackett also weighed in, expressing doubt that Pacquiao fully understands the physical challenge he's about to face. He pointed out the long gap in activity and the clear age difference, noting that Barrios is not only younger, but also still actively competing. Meanwhile, Mario Barrios' coach Bob Santos recently discussed possible matchups with high-profile fighters like Jaron Ennis and Brian Norman Jr., and now Manny Pacquiao. Santos sees this as a major opportunity for Barrios to elevate his profile.
A lot of people are asking what's going on. Are the rumors true? Is it possibly Spence? Is it Pacquiao? Who is Mario Barrios sharing the ring with next?
You know what? He's put himself in a great position through hard work. He's a tremendous story when he turned pro and what he's been able to accomplish being a two-time world champion. And I always told everybody, he fights all comers. When we fought Gervonta Davis, all my hats off to Gervonta Davis. But it was very difficult for us to make the weight. We were going to move up in weight. They presented us, with this opportunity, and he said, you know what, I'll bite down for it one more time. And then from there, obviously we had a tough loss, but it was a competitive fight. And his first fight at 147 pounds, he goes on and takes on Keith Thurman. No tune-ups, no getting used to the thing. Goes at that point